Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-November 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Taurus. Now, as a quick update, I am unable to book people who live in Australia for at least 48 hours. I need 48 hours in advance notice if they want to get scheduled. So please try to email me in advance if you're thinking about doing a reading. That way I can get you in the books, okay? That's something that's come up. Also, as an update, I am going to not be doing my mid-December videos, okay? I'm doing my regular December videos, but not the mid ones, okay? I'm going to be doing some other videos instead. So, I just don't have time with the holiday schedule, my schedule, to actually take out time to record the mid-December videos. So if you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I am still doing private readings, and I will be doing private readings. I'll be back doing my mids probably again in January, so I'll probably be posting twice a month for January, but just not for December, okay? Just so you know, okay? But there will be other things being posted in December, so don't fret, okay? And so yeah, if you'd like to find out more about my pricing and payment information, just go to the About section on my YouTube channel. There's like a little About link, and it'll tell you, how to pay and what my hours are. Please be aware that of the time zone differences. It's very important. Anybody who's 8 hours away time zone wise, it's very important, again, similar to Australia, to have at least 2 days notice to book you out at least 2 days out, okay? So a lot of people try to contact me. They live in Vietnam or they live in Australia on the same day and they want to get in right away, and it's virtually impossible for that. My schedule is too busy to try to get in, especially if you are a day or so out, okay? So I'm just saying that is the update. So let's see what you get. Now, this is again for mid-November, the second half of November, for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus. And again, this is kind of to check in to see how things are going, see how things have shifted. And I'm just going to lay out your spread here. Well, it's interesting because everything is good except for one position, and that position is what's coming in from the outside, okay? So for those of you who are new to my channel, I kind of bop around in my readings, and I don't necessarily start with what's going on in the present moment, okay? This is going to happen in the future. Now, you got the Tower coming in from the outside here, Taurus. Which means this is really out with the old, okay? In some cases, in some rare cases, this is, I want to say, just being afraid, being, fearful. But most of the time, it's more about a breakup or a divorce, okay? It's breakup or divorce card, in my mind. Other people see the Tower as being, sometimes it can, very rarely, just be like a revelation. Like, that moment, that brainwave, that you get where you have that great idea, that ingenious thing. If you're an inventor, Taurus, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have a brainwave, okay? For everybody else, and message me if you're an inventor, okay? If you're one of those tinker people, okay? I've got some tinkerers in the family, okay? So they tinker and they make different things, and they're the engineer type. So if you're like an engineer type, message me, okay? They're always making things and tinkering with things, So where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So the Tower, okay. So the thing is that because every other card is positive and this one card is negative, it's kind of modifies. I call it modify. For those of you who are new to tarot, these are terms that I completely make up, Okay, so this is not like you're going to find, I mean, maybe you will in some other books, but this is some books, but this is kind of how I think of it. Okay, so maybe someone else has thought of it. Okay, but in my mind, it's modifying the negativity in this card. So even though it's something major that's going to happen, it's actually a good thing. Okay, and I know you're kind of like, for Taurus, it's not. For Taurus, it's not a good thing. For Taurus, it's like, change is not good for a Taurus, okay? But any changes in your relationship is positive, okay? It's going to be positive. This is, again, out with the old, in with the new. You have the Death card next to the Tower. Literally, this could be a death in the family, okay? For some people, this is going to be a death in the family, okay? An actual death. The Death card, most of the time, and most readers don't actually see it as a death. It sees it as more transformation. The card here is rising from the ashes, okay? In complete transformation. Because you have both the Death card and the Tower, this is like the Tower takes, you know, the building is torn down and there's ashes, and then you rise from those ashes and you rebuild something. So maybe you're rebuilding your life. Maybe this is complete rebirth. Maybe, you know, you're building a house, rebuilding your life in some way, and you're starting completely over. You're starting from scratch. I want to say this is you really getting rid of something that you've had for a very long time. Some of you, it is moving. Some of you, it is a relationship. Some of you, it's both. Both the relationship, or the way, it's sort of like the way things have been is not how they're gonna be in the future, okay? And I feel like this has come up, I think this came up for Taurus in my general November. I don't remember my general November reading, okay? Now remember, these are all general readings. So I'm reading for millions of people, okay? So it's gonna be harsher for some of you than others, okay? Again, to me, this doesn't feel as negative as it could be, okay? Because when everything's going well, see, this is, again, it's sort of like everything's going well. Taurus is going la-ti-da. Everything's going really, really well, going according to plan. And then suddenly the Tower comes in and smacks you over the side of the head and says, nope, that's not how it's going to be anymore. Nope, you have to do something different. Nope, you have to change jobs. Nope, you have to move. Nope, no, you're not going to get what you want. Nope, that relationship is old. Nope, you know, it's like Justin Timberlake once did that. He's like, this is how it is. As a celebrity, he's like, this is how it is, non-stop. He was just clapping his hands, and it was, to me, that's the universe doing this to you. This is sort of like the universe is just giving me that slap and saying, nope, you have to do something different. Nope, another thing changes. Nope. It's like the minute you blink your eyes and you think you're secure, it's not. And I know this is very probably upsetting for Taurus, and I'm sorry to have to deliver this message. But again, I don't see this as a negative thing. You may feel that this is negative, but this is just how things are going, okay? So major stuff mid-November, major stuff to the end. Some of you, it's going to be more to the end. I think of the Death card as a domino effect. Wherever it hits, it doesn't matter what position it is, when it shows up, how it shows up, it's a domino effect. Something is triggered, okay? And this is an emotion, it's in the position of emotions. So, like I said, it doesn't matter what position it is and there's a trigger, but it's triggered in the position of emotion. So this may be a fight. This may be a fight that you get in, or this may be something that happens to you. Or maybe, you know, to me, it's like a personality change almost. And to me, it's you feeling one way one minute and then another the next. To me, this is like, this is a makeover. This is a makeover. This is like literally, but in a positive way. This is getting a makeover, changing. You may be going through, and I don't normally feel this way, but you may be like a transgender, and you may be transitioning. Maybe watching this and going through some kind of transition. Like, this is a major transition emotionally, but I also see it as physical. Because to me, the position of emotions is What makes you happy? What is affecting your emotions? And if you have all this change, then it's either affecting you in a positive way or negative way. But to me, the death card is also physical because it's about the bird that's rising from the ashes. So maybe its feathers used to be green, but suddenly it's rising from the ashes and its feathers are yellow. So that's transition, that's change, that's transformation. So some of you may be going through that. Others may just be reacting negatively or positively to all the change that's going in your life. And most of you, most likely, are reacting in a negative way because you don't see it as a positive thing. You see it as a negative thing, okay? In hindsight is always 20/20. We always look back and we think, oh, okay, what would I have done differently? I feel like you will appreciate the changes that you're going through in the future. Some of you have instigated, some of you have wanted this change. Some of you need the change. Emotionally, you need the change. Whether you want it or not, you need it, okay? Some of you do want it. Some of you have wanted the change for a long time and maybe just didn't know how to get there. But some of you may have wanted a divorce for a long time but just didn't know how to get there. And maybe this is something emotionally that triggered it. There's a trigger here. Something that happens mid-November that you're triggered to, I want to say explode. It's like it's sort of just like you're triggered to lose it. Maybe you do lose it a little bit. Now there's a lot of, I want to say, tension. You know, right up going up to the holidays, everybody starts to get very, very tense because they start to think about money and they start to think about what they're giving for Christmas and they start to think about what they're doing for vacation and all this stuff. And it starts to become a very stressful time. Okay. So I feel like stress-wise, you're stressed out. Okay. I feel like stress-wise, you are in a place of tension. It's tension. But this also may include a job loss of some kind, okay? But the thing that comes in after the Tower is the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Spider card or the job card, okay? So good things are going to happen after that change. Again, I don't see that the change as being a negative thing. I think it is very positive. It may seem really negative at the time, though, okay? And I'm sorry to hear that already, but it's just, that's how it goes. And then also, you got the action card, needing to take action, go out there, have fun, be social, dance, sing, be active. So I think if you do lose a job, you're going to get one immediately after. If it's something where especially Taurus guys, if it's a relationship, a partnership that's ending, you're going to be getting a new partner. Most likely they will be a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, and she may be quite young, okay? There's an element of the unexpected here in November. It's an element of unexpected. It can just be fear. I feel like it could be fear about losing a job, but I feel like it's really unfounded. Because the card that's following the Tower is the money card. And it's weird because I think you almost got these exact two cards, which is there's something blocking you from this card, which is a financial prosperity card. It may just be that you're trying to get to this prosperous point, okay? This is what your goal is. But you have to go through some major changes to get there. And maybe maybe you don't want to go through the changes to get there. Maybe you just want this. You're trying to attain this wealth, security, money. And so I want to say there's something connected to your job too. Something connected to your job, whether it's a raise that you want or it's a promotion that you want or something that you want. Again, it's weird because it's sort of like you're blocked from getting it. You're blocked from getting the raise that you want. You're blocked from getting this security that you want because and there's some changes that are needing to occur in order for you to get there. Maybe that the universe wants you to switch jobs, and maybe that the universe wants you to get into a new relationship. Whatever it is, the element of the new, the universe wants you to embrace, like to really embrace it. Because to me, you're not going to get this on the track that you're on. There's going to be some change. Doesn't mean you're never going to get this. It just means that you're not going to get this in November unless you change, or until after the change. So unless something, so like basically like this. If everything is status quo, no for money bags. Okay. If something changes and it's fast and sudden and swift, you switch jobs, you get promoted, you get a divorce, you move on from whatever it is that you were doing, you move, something positive is going to come out of that, okay? And you do have the King of Swords around you, and the King of Swords is a male figure. A lot of times it's a father figure, grandfather, uncle sometimes. This is where somebody's around you, and they're really literally looking down on you. They're looking out for you. So despite the fact that you have, and this isn't the position of emotions, but the King of Swords oftentimes just kind of shows up. To me, it's just, again, you have a lot of those cards that are showing up that it doesn't even matter where they're at. It's sort of just, to me, telling me that the King of Swords sees that you're sort of overseeing these changes, overseeing these big things that you're going through. So you're not alone. Don't feel alone. Don't feel like, depressed or fearful or sad that these things are happening, because you have a deceased loved one who's around you in spirit, and that is really important. And they are very strong, okay? And they're going to help you through this. To me, it's sort of just like, again, everything seems to be good in this present moment. But things are going to be changing in November at some point in time. Whether it's mid-November or the end of November, things are going to be changing. Right now, you got the Six of Cups, which is being very focused on family and children. Some of you have kids, feeding everyone, clothing everyone, making sure everybody's, healthy, happy, and whole, okay? You also have the Three of Pentacles in the immediate future, which is feeling very supported, okay? This is by a partner at home or someone at work, okay? This is just being supported, feeling very a lot of support. Now, your partner may be an Aries. For some of you, it's an Aries. Message me if it is, because this card showed up for Aries. Or you just may have like an Aries coworker that's around you, and they're helping you achieve your dreams. Okay. The problem with this card meeting this card is very obvious. For some of you, this is business closing. This is business coming to an end. This is job loss. This is ending of a partnership. This is divorce. This is not getting what you want. This is maybe a coworker losing their job. There's something about whatever's happening with you here. Okay, again, with business, or this can even be like some kind of financial loss, because this is a lot of times financial. This is a financial card, career card. It's like someone no longer supporting you. Maybe you were feeling really good and loved and supported, but then suddenly someone's just no longer supporting you in what you're doing. So I just feel, I don't know, it's a weird coupling. It's just whatever is happening with your partner, there's going to be some changes, period. If you're married, there's going to be changes, but for the better. That's kind of how I see it, for the better. So yeah, so it's sort of like everything you're right now, it's like in the present moment, everything is brigadoon. everybody's chilling out. Everybody's happy. You have the Knight of Wands as, your foundation, and a lot of people are getting this card, which is a card about needing to slow down and watch where you're going. Okay, I will say maybe you were driving too fast in the past. Okay, this also indicates a person who's a Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person in your life. I think Capricorn as well. Someone who's in your life, who's very, very fierce. Okay, sometimes a little bit reckless. That could be you. Okay, who sometimes Tauruses have, because this could be you, have a lot of Leo or Sag or some other fire and something fiery in their chart. And this is, being kind of fired up. This is you kind of going into battle and charging ahead. And, I want to say, trying to make your way. It's like you're trying to make your way. That's kind of what wants to come out of my mouth. It's an interesting card. For a foundation, it really doesn't speak much to me, okay? It's sort of like, again, you're very busy, you're coming and going, you're driving zoom, 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 everywhere, okay? And you're trying to do it all. This also can mean getting into it, having a heated argument with somebody who, maybe you lost your temper or someone, or just like having a heated argument with somebody, standing kind of in a very defensive kind of way, aggressive, but actually, so this is passive aggressive in a way. This could go either way. This is where you're, in some instances you're aggressive. In other ones, you're very defensive at the same time. You're very much like, okay, you take the ball and you run with it, but then if somebody tells you something negative, you're very defensive about it. You're like, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about that? So don't be defensive, don't be reckless. Don't be aggressive. You can just try to, you want to try to smooth things out with people around you, with your coworkers, with your partner. This is needing to kind of smooth over ruffled feathers. Now, in the heartbeat of the reading, the center of everything, you have a very strong combination, which is the Ten of Pentacles and the World. You have the Sun and the Moon lining up. So planetarily speaking, whatever is going on in the heavens, everything is aligned, okay? Everything is aligned in support of you at this present moment, okay? So everything to me feels very, I want to say, destined. Everything is very divine. Everything is timed according to the planets, and this is you feeling good in this present moment. This is you feeling good. The Ten of Pentacles is wealth and prosperity and abundance, and this is also somebody who's very generous and very giving, not just with money but with their time. This is also fertility. You have one card here about one card here. Well, one, potentially two cards here about fertility, okay? So to me, this is the Ten of Pentacles is pregnancy, thinking about pregnancy, but also to me it's abundance, the abundance that you have through partnership, the abundance that you have through a job, the abundance that you have through children in your life, what they bring to the joy and happiness that they bring to your life, So this is feeling very abundant. The World is about having it all, okay? The world is everything you could possibly want and more, okay? Wealth, happiness, bliss, financial prosperity, and love. The world is yours. The world is your oyster. And to me, the Ten of Pentacles, to me, is very, very strong connecting with it. So there's a strong financial vibe here. This is big wealth. This is big money. This is having maybe more than you've ever had before. This card also speaks a lot about inheritances. Maybe you just inherited some money, or you will be inheriting some money very, very soon. But this to me is having money and not being worried about money. Okay, so anything that happens here, if this is a job loss, I don't want you to stress about it. I really don't, because I feel like you're gonna get one else. Like something's ending, but you're gonna get something else very quickly. So I don't feel like it's negative at all. And some of you are very psychic, and you are looking into things. Tauruses have that deep connection to Mother Earth, okay? And it's almost like they have, I'm just sort of seeing it now. They have the connection to Gaia, the soul of Gaia, okay? Because their roots run so deep. And because they're connecting to Gaia, it has soul, that Gaia can connect with other souls. It's a very spiritual connection. So any moment that you can get outside, Taurus, even if it's just to touch the grass for a minute, to bend down and touch the grass, or even just like touch a leaf on a tree, or do some of those like leaf drawings for the fall. Whatever it is, you need to be outside. The earth is like calling you. It's like you need to be outside to sort of recharge your batteries and reconnect. It's very important that you do this. The more you're on your computer, the more you are on your phone, the more you are like out and about, and like there's a lot of electric stuff, TVs everywhere, cell phone connections everywhere. It's not good for you. It drains you. Okay. You need to be outside. I want to say you just need to be outside. But going back to like the meaning of these two cards together, to me, this is a very, very prosperous time. So anything negative that may happen, I really don't feel like it's a big thing. As big of a thing as you might feel it is. And that's all that I really am getting for you. So I'm going to leave off there. And if you'd like to have a private reading, feel free to email me. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I might have said that in the beginning. I don't remember. But thank you guys so much for being so supportive and so loving and so caring. I have lovely Taurus clients. I always love my Taurus clients. You can follow me on Twitter also. At Oracle Daphne, or at Birdsfly, and Birdsfly does have 2 R's. Be in touch. Like I said, be in touch. Let me know. I do read all messages, so I really appreciate you messaging me. One of the reasons why people have asked me this, and I guess I'm just going to address it here. Didn't really address it in other videos. People have asked me why I don't respond to messages. Well, I feel like a lot of commentary are. There's a lot of arguments that can get started, fires that need to be put out. And I am very busy, and I don't have time to get back to everybody, so I don't feel like it's fair if I just get back to a few. I mean, I try to get to a few people, or few people are asking about, scheduling a reading. I usually get back there. And sometimes I address things if I feel like it's really pressing. But mostly, I try to be fair, and I don't feel like it's healthy to get into arguments through the comments on the videos. So I try to avoid that at all costs. And I am very sensitive to negativity. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really do that. Because I feel like a lot of people are trying to instigate arguments, or, kind of get attention in a negative way. And I'd rather put my love and attention to people who are very supportive and into my private clients, my private readings, and who aren't trying to be negative. I'm not saying you guys are. I'm just saying this is in general why I don't put comments on there. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.